So I'm going to be giving you guys an updated comparison on using Uphold versus Coinbase. And this is going to include fees for both exchanges, coins available for trading, and if using either of them is even worth your time. And I do want to start things out with Coinbase because they were once an awesome exchange, but since going public close to a couple of years ago, things have changed drastically and not in a good way. And as far as fees are concerned, they've always been pretty bad here, but you could expect to be spending up to 1% on your trades if you're doing under $10,000 a trade at a time. And I feel like most people are going to be in this category. However, it does get slightly better as the trading amounts get higher, which is actually a positive. But Coinbase also introduced a subscription model at $30 a month to give users an even smaller trading fee amount, and it insures your account up to $1 million. However, you're still going to be paying $30 a month for this service, and if you plan on holding over maybe $250,000 on Coinbase, it could be worth your time. I will say I actually used these subscription servers for a little bit, and I don't think it is worth the $30. And I'm just being honest with you guys. But like I said, if you plan on holding a lot of money on here, maybe it is, but to me, it's not. But there is a big problem with Coinbase right now, and it's big. The issue is that during high volume trading days, meaning when Bitcoin is blasting off and all the other alts, they basically shut down the site or app so users can't trade at those times because they can't log in. And this has been a big problem because regular people have lost thousands of dollars in unrealized profits because when they need to trade, they can't get into their accounts. And Coinbase should be held accountable for these kind of things, but they've been able to skate by on many occasions. I really hope that doesn't keep happening if you guys are using Coinbase. And even though they do promise users all these cool features and, decent but not great transaction fees at this point in time, I would not use them. This actually it's sad because, like I said, they used to be a great exchange. It really wasn't until they went public that all this sort of, BS started, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon, which is why I would encourage you guys to look into something else or possibly Uphold. So let's take a look at them. And I'm going to show you my account here shortly, which is currently holding right around 32,000 coins of XRP as well as a few other alts. And to give a little context, I've been using Uphold for about 3 years. When I first signed up, I was mainly buying XRP because it was banned on a lot of exchanges at that time. And Uphold is more than a crypto exchange. They've got all kinds of things you could buy and invest in, like precious metals, stocks, and fiat currencies. But, personally, I've really only messed around with the crypto on here. And, I have actually had quite a lot more XRP on here at one time. I think at one point I was holding close to like 60,000 coins. And what they say about holding your coins on an exchange, you really got to trust the exchange. At some point, you should move some of your coins off to like a Ledger, Trezor, some kind of like offline wallet. It's a smart thing to do. But anyways, here's my account, guys. Of course, as I'm going over it, if you wanted to get started here, learn more about them, we did partner up with them, so there will be some bonus and sign-up links where you can get some free crypto directly below in the description. You could also get on our crypto newsletter where we send out one email a week on crypto updates as well. And yes, here we go. So my account, like I said, it's mainly holding XRP. The layout of what you're looking at is the desktop version, but if you're using this on your phone, it looks very similar. You could also switch between light and dark mode as well, which is a feature I really like. In total, though, they have well over 200 different coins you could buy, sell, and trade, and they're always adding more as time goes on, just like with other exchanges. There's also a trending option for different assets on here, and if you're using this app on your phone, the notifications feature is actually pretty useful if you set price alerts or if you just have it on. When I have used this on my phone, I do actually let the notifications come through. They don't really annoy me, and it's not that big of a deal, but here's the big question. I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, what are the fees for using Uphold? And I'm glad you asked because not a lot of people answered this one correctly, but typically it's set around 1% or less as long as the trading amounts are high. For example, if you're doing smaller trades of like $500 or less, the fees are going to be higher, significantly higher. Another option you could do as well is, if you don't even want to sell on here, you can take your coins off the exchange and send them somewhere else, like I said, like at Ledger, Trezor, and then you're going to pay no fees whatsoever. So, you could do that as well. So, however, if you decide to trade and sell On Uphold, getting money in and out of your checking account is a fast process. I think in the last 6 months, they added instant withdrawals. So you can actually do instant withdrawals. There's a fee for it, but they've got $10 to $1,000 as a daily time limit for how much you can get out. So, I mean, it's pretty big. And anyone, holding XRP, they created something called the XRP Vault for long-term hodlers who want to protect their coins to the fullest. I haven't checked that out yet, but it is a new feature they added. But let me be clear. I've never had any issues using these guys for over 3 years. So I don't sleep, over any of this. Even with this amount on here, I'm not worried about it. And that's basically how Uphold works. And I do think it's an awesome exchange worth trying out if you're sick of using apps like Coinbase, Kraken, Binance. Speaking of Coinbase, they are the worst. They actually banned my account, I want to say maybe like a year and a half ago for no reason and no explanation. Customer service didn't even help me. But Coinbase, the fees there are pretty outrageous as well. But the other thing about using Uphold, it is a worldwide exchange, so it doesn't matter what country you live in. I mean, I think there might be like a couple countries they don't accept, but for the most part, they take everybody. And, if you've made it this far, thanks. I do want to go over a few coin recommendations to check out on here. Obviously, this isn't financial advice, and you should always, do your own research, blah, blah, blah. But since I already own some XRP, I'm not going to talk about it. But, my first coin recommendation I would take a look at right now, and market cap aside on all these coins, I like the projects, and I think they're going to do good. I really like Engine Coin. Now, Engine Coin is a gaming coin. It started off back in 2012, and they've been around for a long time. I think the gaming sector is going to start to take off eventually. The all-time high on Engine was somewhere around like $3. And even in getting it at this price, I mean, you're looking at, a 6x return if it returns to those all-time highs. It could go even higher. $5 is a very strong possibility. The market cap is still low enough where that could happen. So, I mean, you get a good return on this, and that would make it like a 10x return. But I like the coin long-term in the project. Then, of course, we've got Decentraland. So Decentraland, kind of like in the gaming sector, they've been around for a while. The all-time high in this one was somewhere around $5, then obviously tapped out, and it's been down ever since. The reason I like this project is because, they're sort of in the VR space, the metaverse space, and they're one of the leaders in that space. They've got Atari as investors. They got some big money behind them, some smart people. And, they've managed to stay in the top 100 of all coins, for quite some time. And all these coins are actually going to be in the top 100, guys. So, Decentraland, I would recommend taking a look at it, maybe put a little bit down. I think the return on it could be pretty good. Yeah. And then, of course, next up, we've got the Graph. Now, the Graph is interesting because it's very unique. It is actually starting to move up, the rankings right now. I think it's in the 30s, but of all coins. But basically what this does is it indexes different cryptocurrencies, blockchains, and it's been referred to as the Google of cryptocurrencies. The reason I like the Graph is because they've got a lot of funding, smart people behind them, and it's a very unique project. You don't really see anything else like it, and I like that uniqueness, There are a lot of coins that all do the same thing, whether it's meme coins or certain just exchange coins. I mean, there's just a uniqueness about the Graph, and that's why I like it. But speaking of exchange coins, out of all of them, the one I like the most and the one I have liked the most for a while is Cronos. Now, it used to be CRO. This is the Crypto.com exchange coin. And, Crypto.com, I would say out of all the exchanges, I've used them in the past. I'm not using them really right now, but, they've done a good job. They're very transparent. They have their logo on the Staples Center. The market cap on this is still low enough where I could see it blowing up in price. It wouldn't shock me if this coin went over $1, especially in the next bull run here. I definitely think this one could give you a really good return, so I would take a look at it. And, the last coin I would recommend taking a look at is Pepe. All these coins are available on Uphold as well, guys, but Pepe, meme coins, it is what it is. This one is just hot right now. I have no idea where it's going to go, but I don't think it's going to slow down. I think it's going to keep going and going and going, and I wouldn't be surprised if it flipped Dogecoin at this point. It's just popular right now. It could be the name. I do own a little bit of this one, not on Uphold right now, but I'm definitely happy with my return on it. I just thought that when I was looking at this one, I want to say like 3 to 6 months ago, I was just thinking like people are just going to pump this coin. I just have a good feeling about it. And, out of all the meme coins I looked at, yeah, I just think this one's good. Obviously, you've got Shiba and a bunch of other ones, Baby Doge, Floki, Inu, but I like Pepe. I think it is one that's going to just keep going up and up and up and up. Just be careful. And, like I said, guys, none of this is financial advice. But to bring it all home, if you want to get started on Uphold or you're thinking about it, I would just do it. Like I said, I've been on here for 3 years. I'm going to continue using them. And at any point when you're buying coins on this exchange, you could take them off the exchange, put them on an offline wallet, and then, keep them there. And then you can move them to another exchange if you want. But, as far as using this for buying and selling, it's totally fine. And as long as you're doing higher amounts of trading, the fees won't be that big of a deal. Okay, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this update on Uphold. If you didn't tap that like as you're watching this, please do that now. You could also get on our crypto newsletter where we send out 1 email a week on updates below in the description. Thanks for watching this, guys, and we'll see you on the next crypto video.